Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then obviously welcome to you. What I'm going to be doing is the reading for Pisces for the month of October. And what I normally do is, the format here is I premeditate and shuffle the cards prior. So this then allows me to write a little bit of poetry that I read at the very end to pull the whole reading together, which is on this card here, guys. So I'm just going to move that out the frame just for now, and I'll come back to that. The cards that I'm using today for this are a combination of the Good Tarot and the Wisdom of the House of Night. Both decks are by Colette Baron Reid, and I'll put the details in the description box below. And I'll also be doing a random pull with the Moon Goddess affirmation cards by Terri Foss. Now, my lovely Pisces, I really struggled to read for you for October, and I think the reason why I was struggling so much, there's been that much going on with my Pisces over the last month. It was just I just felt like I was battling, and I was picking up your actual emotions that some of you have been going through. So I did leave Pisces to the last reading for the month of October because of this reasoning. It was just that I was picking up it's just been a lot of hard things going on with yourselves emotionally wise, but obviously as I open up the reading here, then obviously I can throw light on some of the things that I touched around when I was doing the actual reading. So the first energies that came out for you guys was I had the King of Earth and the Queen of Earth. So straight away I had these two strong elements around the Pisceans, and I did feel that on a collective, as you know, I do try and do two aspects here, whether, you know, just a general overall reading for the general Pisces, and then I try and put in a romantic link as well where I can. As I came into the King of Earth and Queen of Earth, going into October, I just felt straight away that my Pisces need to find some grounding, need to really look at their financial situation, because I do feel some of my Pisces going in, you know, through the previous months, I've had issues here with losses and finances. Now with the losses, this is where I was picking up as well. Some people could have had some credit card fraud. I was picking up like some people were actually having their money taken from them, you know, in like a theft, sort of a theft circumstance, where they'd had, like I say, found out that somebody had been using their credit card fraudulently, you know. But obviously those kind of situations, you know, do resolve themselves. Yeah, it's quite worrying at the time, and we have to alert the bank, and they have to do their audit trail and everything else, and, you know, get the money back on your card and that. But at the time it's quite alarming to think that, you know, but with today's society, with everything being purchased on the internet, you know, then our details, you know, can get compromised. I mean, I've had it happen to myself, you know, and it is worrying, and you get a call from the bank and they say, but, you know, most of the times the banks are quite on it now, guys, where, you know, they will ring you, or you'll get a text message saying, can you please ring the fraud department because we've had some kind of suspicious activity. And this was a vibe I was picking up, Pisces, with some of you, that you've had this kind of energy around you. So picking up the King of Earth and the Queen of Earth, because in the traditional tarot deck, these symbolise the Pentacles. So I do feel, as I said, going into October, I do feel that some of my Pisceans will be looking for different obvious reasons to be getting their finances sorted. Now this could also be actually applying for mortgages or applying for loans, that kind of scenario. So that's the kind of vibe that I was picking up for the general collective, that we had sort of you know, these issues. But then I also had for the general collective that I was picking up that there was some kind of up and down regarding work-related choices as well, because with the next card along here, it's the choices card, and if that came out with the 8 of water. So I did pick up as well for some of my collectives on this general read that some of my Pisces were looking at starting a new job, and it was going to be more favourable than the actual job that you're in now, financial wise. Again, it's circling around the financial energy here, guys. And it was just saying here, you know, you're quite established with the King of Earth card, but with the Queen of Earth, because obviously this is highlighting here, you know, this, I see these as like, they are seeds actually that are around, but I saw them as actually it's going to be a more favourable opportunity for you, something that you know, is going to bring you more satisfaction within the job aspect of it than what you're, you know, what you're doing now. What you're doing now, I just feel, you feel it's been, you know, you've sort of lived and breathed it now, and it's time to step into something else that you feel would be more favourable for you. So on some of my Pisces here, again on the financial vibe, that I do feel that some of my Pisces will be looking to change their job, and you know this, with the choices card, you're looking at more than one avenue, more than one job opportunity. And I do feel that some of my Pisces obviously will have gone for a couple of new job applications, and they'll go to the interviews, and they will actually find themselves in the situation where they'll be offered, they'll be like faced with being accepted for both jobs that they've gone for, and then it's just weighing up, guys. You know, just weighing up really which one's going to serve you. So that's what I was feeling there as well. And then we had the 6 of Earth come out with the don't forget reminder. So with this one here, again, I just feel because again it's going around the financial side of things, and it was just this whole vibe about finances again, guys. Just saying you need to start looking at financial things, and I just feel some of my Pisces out there have been looking at in actually investing as well, actually investing their money into a certain project, because looking at the 6 of Earth here, having this gold pentacle here, I just felt again that I was picking up on the collective that some of my Pisces could have actually been cashing in some policies. Again, I was just working on this general vibe of it was all to do with finances, guys. It's all around getting your finances working for you in a better way. And with the don't forget card, the reminder, it was just a reminder to say, really, I do feel that some of my Pisces have been struggling financially, but in trying to sort it out, and even going down, you know, approaching like your credit card companies and etc., and saying you're struggling, excuse me, to pay your repayments. And it's this card here is a don't forget reminder to say, if you're finding yourself in this situation, guys, where you know more is going out than what's coming in, and you're you're sitting there with the bills coming through, the reminders coming in, it's saying, it's a message really to say, don't forget that there is help out there. You know, don't sort of dark hole the letters that come in. Just pick up the phone and, you know, speak to the companies who, you know, where you're struggling with. And it's just a reminder there to say there's always a solution. There's always a solution around debt and money, and don't make it a worry, because, you know, at the end of the day, there's always a resolve to a problem. So it's just about facing it, you know, confronting it really. And this is why the 6 of Earth, to me, it's like the deer's coming out of the woods to confront, you know, and take it head on, you know, to get matters sorted. And that's what I felt there. So then we've got the Ace of Water with the Queen of Water. So this is where I was picking up here that once you've gone through the process of, you know, sorting out your financial difficulties, then you can move on, and it will give you peace of mind. Because, you know, I just felt all these, you know, worries and emotions swirling around here. But once you've gone through the process of, you know, contacting these people and getting it all above water, really, because this is what I felt like you needed. It needed all to be brought to the surface. And by doing that and sorting out a payment that you can afford to pay monthly, it will just make you, you know, make you be able to have that sigh of relief and breathe, knowing that you've got things under control. And having the pearl there, it's just like you've managed to get, you know, contain it without it escalating any further, guys. And that was what I was feeling there. So as we open this up a little bit more, with the High Priestess came out with the Page of Water. So again, this is just about, it was just to say, like, this mimics really this card here, because of all the worries and the stresses that I feel my Pisces have been under in the last month. I just feel this is why I found it so difficult, you know, to actually pinpoint really here what the collectives were actually dealing with. There's been so much just mind-blowing things that have been going on, and I do feel it's been on a negative vibe. Obviously I will cover the romantic element of it once I finish the collective, but it's just saying here that, you know, it's been consuming your headspace regarding these financial worries, because coming in straight off with the reading with the King of Earth and the Queen of Earth, I just had this, you know, it's all about the money, it's all about worries to do with financial matters, and this was what I was picking up here, guys, with the High Priestess. You know, but as I say, if you address the problem here, you know, you have to bring it to the surface and actually take off the, you know, the blindfold where you've sort of, like, as I said, you've had letters and the red notices coming in, but it's about, you know, actually getting all this to the surface so that it could be, you know, can be sorted out, so that you can, you know, contain it. You can contain it and move forward and know that, you know, can stop all this stress and worry. So then I had the Chariot come out with the Risk card here. And I was just looking at the picture really, because it was like you'd actually got to the physical edge, you know, all this financial worry, it took you to the edge here. So I was like, more to do with the picture than the actual words on this part of the reading, guys. And the Chariot here, again, you was just struggling. You know, some of you had really tried to rein in your spending, really, and it was about, it's like re-educating, it's just taking hold of the reins of your finances and just basically sitting there. And I feel like some of you have actually literally had to write down word for word of where you know, you've been spending your money, and then where you could save on money. And like I say, I just had this overall vibe, guys, of financial worries and financial, like, and not to do with the theft as well. I felt like, as I said before, like there was cards being used fraudulently. I felt like even some of my Pisces had had money being stolen from them, from their own family members. This was another thing that was, you know, jumping into me when I was doing the reading, that you couldn't quite believe that it had come to the surface that that there was somebody close on within your family unit where they had been, you know, taking things and taking money from you. So the main general collective then, guys, for the reading for Pisces for October was more or less, as I said, you was coming in strong with the Pentacles cards here, the King and Queen of Earth. But as I said, some of you, it may be to do with looking at the job opportunities, and I did see some of my Pisces actually being offered 2 positions, and it was just to weigh up which one was going to serve you best, really. But then when I went and revisited the cards again, guys, obviously I said I'd try and pick up on a romantic link here, but the link that I had that was really, really alerting me was I was picking up, and this is not going to resonate with everybody, but I did want to touch on the surface here. I picked up with a relationship, okay, where they had been trying for a child, trying to get pregnant, and in past experiences I felt that this person had already had a couple of miscarriages in the past. They had been going down the route of looking at ways, IVF treatment even, to try and get pregnant, but I just felt I was picking up here that I was picking up with somebody who'd actually gone through a couple of miscarriages, and they were trying to look to see, having going through the process of finding out if there was anybody at fault, with the sperm count of their partner or anything like that, and they were like going down the line of what choices were available for them. So this is what I had this strong feeling here that, like I say, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but even if just one person can take this on board, it was important, because I just picked up the emotions that this person had gone through, thinking to themselves, would they ever get on the right, would they get on this journey of actually going past the 12 weeks stage, the safe stage, because like I say, I do feel who I'm picking up with here have gone through an experience of actually, getting pregnant, and then unfortunately just before the 12 weeks have lost the child. But it's saying here, guys, that in October, I do feel that on this occasion, things are all going to be fine. Things are all going to be fine, and at last, this pregnancy is going to go past that danger period of the 12 weeks, okay? And the don't forget card is obviously because it was playing on your mind, because with the Six of Earth, I felt this as more of a spiritual presence around this pregnancy. I feel that I picked up with some Pisces who'd not long lost somebody in their family, sort of within the last 12 months. And I just felt that energy of that person around them on this occasion. It was like they're completely around you, making sure that on this occasion here, you might be in the mindset of, oh, here we go again, and it's like the anxiety and the worry, you're carrying this, this tiny baby inside you, precious life inside you, okay? But then you get mixed emotions here of, I've been on this journey before, and here this like reflects like the preciousness of what you're carrying with you, and then it's been taken away from you. But on this occasion, I'm picking up here, try and forget these thoughts now. Try and think positive, knowing that spirit here, because I feel this is just like the failed tries here, the failed miscarriages, or what you've gone through, or the miscarriage that you've gone through. But having the gold pentacle here, it's just to say that on this occasion, I do feel that the person that I'm speaking to, you are going to go, go past the 12-week stage, guys. So that's to you, because like I say, with the Queen of Water and the High Priestess of Earth, you can't stop yourself but thinking here. And I do feel that because you've had a couple of miscarriages, it even put you off at a period of time. It's like that anxiety I felt of, do we really try again? Because it's always in the back of your mind of what happens, if we lose another one. But it's just saying here, you have to take the risk. And you did take the risk, okay? And even if this is some of my Pisces who are in this situation now, okay, where you have unfortunately tried before and you've gone through a miscarriage process, right? And you're thinking to yourself, is it, well, you know, have I got to really take the risk again here, right? And you're obviously struggling. Here with the decision of do I, don't I? And this is you here in a vulnerable position, you know, just, and the whole card of the Page of Water is because of the turbulence underneath that you've been under before regarding pregnancy, and it's not gone very well previously. It's saying you're resurfacing from this now. You're actually being taken and drawn out of that energy, guys. And this here to me is like symbolising the 12 weeks period, okay, where you've only ever got to that stage before. You've never actually gone any higher than the 12 weeks in previous pregnancies. And it's saying, guys, this is a card here to say, no, you're going to get past that. You're going to get past that, and this is going to, you know, carry on forward. So that was a positive read there. And like I said, that was the romantic side for me, really, on this other side of the coin, guys. I've just got two people, you know, who are committed to one another, so desperately want to start a family, and I've been trying to start a family. And as I said, they've gone through the channels of, you know, they may have had one or even possibly two miscarriages in the past. They've even looked at, you know, speaking to the doctor or whoever who gives the information out, you know, to take, they may have even had to look at IVF treatment. Because you know, that was coming down to me as well, that some of my Pisces may be on that side of the scale with the pregnancy. But then it could just be a general collective of people have tried and unfortunately had a couple of miscarriages. But as I said, it's just positive, guys, that I do feel that on this occasion it is going to go, you know, full term on this one. So that's brilliant, really brilliant news, guys. So what I'm going to do now is just do a quick shuffle of the Goddess of Affirmation cards, and we did lose. It just flew off halfway through the reading. But yeah, these are the ones by Terri Foss that I use. So I'm just going to quickly give these cards a shuffle. But yeah, guys, Pisces, I left you to the last read because every time I looked at the cards, I was just getting a swirl of different emotions come through, and what you guys have been struggling with over the last, you know, month or so. But it was all financial. It was just all these worries of money, and I needed to get, you know, looking at getting a new job, paying better money, and then like I say, I was picking up with this, you know, this issue with somebody with these pregnancies and the miscarriages and all the trauma of that, you know. So it was quite, yeah, it was quite a difficult read to add that many different energies swirling around with my Pisces. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at the cards here then, guys. So I'll have a look here. That one's picking out there. So I have empathy and kindness for others. Now this here, I'm looking at more of the picture than the words, guys, because we've got a new moon here in this card. So this is basically saying this is where you've been at, okay? Just seem to have been stuck in a situation, as I said, with your financial side of things. And then obviously with the pregnancies that I picked up, it's like you just weren't moving for a period of time. You were just, with the finances, you were just getting bogged down. With the pregnancies, again, you just wasn't moving anywhere. But this card is just to say there's a new cycle coming in, new broom sweeps clean on the financial side, and also with the pregnancy, you know, it's moving forward. It's moving forward on that cycle where you couldn't actually get over that 12 weeks. That was like the danger period, as I called it. But that card there is just to say, yeah, you're coming out of the dark times, okay? This is like the shadow part, as I call it on this card. You're coming out of the dark times, guys, and you're moving into a new phase of brighter, better, more stable situation for you. So that's what I picked up there. So I'm just going to read you now my little bit of poetry that I had come out to me when I was doing this reading. And it says, times have been hard recently, losses have been great. Worries over a pregnancy have had you contemplate. Life is so precious, the writing on the wall. Life can give, destiny can take, but fate controls it all. So that was just a basic few of my little words, just as a collective there, saying times have been hard recently and losses have been great. On both sides, for the collective, the romantic, I just feel my Pisces have really been struggling with the energies that have been around and circulating around Pisces for the last sort of 6 weeks. But I just solely picked up, you know, when I did the cards for you guys, the financial just screamed out at me on this read for you, and also this link with the pregnancies as well. So here I'm going to finish up the reading now I've got a load of little charms in here. So I'm just going to give these a little shake up for your Pisces and just have a look what comes out for you to finish off the reading today. So let's just have a little delve in and see what comes out. And we have, that's great, that is, look at this. We've got a new moon and we've got a fairy here, okay, fragile, as I call the wings on here. But it's the moon more than anything, because that symbolises there the moon that came out in the last card. Okay, it's going to be a new cycle with the fairy energy on the moon. These are quite small, I need to put it in my hand so you can see it. With the fairy sitting on the edge of the crest of the new moon, then like I say, and there's a star here behind her wings as well. It's just saying it's a new phase, guys. As you go into October, you're going to be in a lighter energy, less burdened, okay? And it's just a new phase with a new moon, because it just picks up on there. And obviously, there's with the little star at the back here, a wish is going to come true, and I do feel that is to do with new life. You know, the star coming in is the new life to do with the pregnancies here, and it's like your wish has been answered, guys. Because I did feel such an emotional element to the read for the guys who'd been trying so hard, you know, to start this family, or to, you know, to have this child, and it's just saying there that, you know, your wish is going to be granted, and it's, you know, it's going to go through full term. And like I say, with the financial part and the job, even the job opportunities as well, it's all favourable, guys. So that's lovely to end off the reading with there. So I hope, my lovely Pisces, although it was a struggle for me, as I said, with everything that was going on around and what I was feeling, I hope some of you can take on board of what's come out on this reading today. I just want to thank subscribers who've already subscribed to my channel, because I've only been going about 3 months, so I'm really grateful for that and all the support and the comments I've had. So yeah, if this resonates with any of you, like I say, I love any feedback, and I'll look forward to reading for you, Pisces, on my next reads. So take care. Bye then.